Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Frozen Lap Racing.
Green flag, green
Today
flag.
we're in the GT4s at Long Beach with the LMP3s as a quicker class.
There's an incident
Now,
behind.
I thought that incident there behind us was our fault until I saw the replay, which you saw on the bottom left there. It wasn't our fault, and it also gave us a nice gap to the cars behind us, so it made it so I felt a bit more comfortable going in the corner 1, 2 and 3 because we didn't have anyone right behind us.
You got a slow car on the right.
So we're just like get through this safely if we can. That's what we're hoping for. The next place has caught up to us, so we're sitting in 14th right now, which is, I was like, sweet. Sorry, 13th, but we started off in I think it was 16th or 18th, and then we lose it pushing too hard. We spin here, and I'm like, that's the race done. It's going to be a recovery drive now from here. So we drop all the way down to, I think, about 18th here. So yeah, as we go and do this turn, I didn't want to get in anyone's way because it's a blind corner. I'm thinking, don't want to get in the way. Alright, so we actually slipped down to 19th. So I get going again in 19th, and I'm like, alright, we have a job on our hands if we are to turn this into anything. A couple of laps later, pretty much the same spot we come back to, where we've gained one spot, which I think that might be just someone going into pits.
You got a slow car on the right. Car stop on the right.
And we gained two here, just a simple two. They've collided. What happened there is the blue Porsche, I believe it was, hit the wall, went across, bounced off the wall, and hit the McLaren, and gave us two easy spots. And so we're just gonna, the whole time we're just like, we gotta push. So now we're at the 16th. So we've gained 3 spots already. One of them, I think it was just a lucky one with someone having to go into pits. And nothing happened for a bit there, like about 3 laps, nothing. And then we finally start to feel like we're a bit closing on 14th. So we're just like, let's just keep pushing and aim for the 4th place. Aim for next place.
The leader just did a 25.872.
So I think my eye overlay is playing up because I don't have the maximum amount of cars being drawn. But we're actually 16th, not 15th here. So we're already like, alright, we've caught this guy massively. Now it's catch him and overtake him. So let's just get a move on.
27.58. Just set your fastest lap of the session.
So everyone's pretty much setting fastest laps at this point. So I'm like, not thinking much of it. And I'm not sure if this guy's got damage or not because 136 was his lap, so something happened. So now we're right on his ass, and I'm like, alright, we've got to try and find a way around him. Can't waste time on this guy. And I'm like, I set him off here by going a little out, poking nose out, nothing. But then he breaks deep, so I'm not sure if we set him off or he just wanted to give us a spot. So I was like, oh, that was easy. Move on to the next one. So we're just pushing along here. The first few, I don't know, set up to like lap 10 or something like that. It's just pretty much not a lot of fighting. Maybe it's a couple of laps time we actually catch another car. So we just got away from this guy. It looks like he's just trying to follow our line and learn by the looks of it. That's what I gathered when we went around him. Little does he know, this is my second time ever racing the track, so my line ain't perfect.
Clear on the left.
Alright, now this is where we're about to catch another group of cars as they've had an incident just around the corner here. And we've been holding our line when we get the LMP3s behind us, and once it's safe to do so, let them through. But this guy in front of us, the LMP3, pretty sure it's him who I've seen make a few mistakes, so... And then, like, I just lost concentration there and I was so annoyed with myself, but not a lot of damage at all, and we had a 0x, so I was like, just forget about it, focus on the race and try and catch these guys. So, as you can see on the top right on the map, you got 16th leading the pack, and I believe 17th is behind 11th in front of 12th. So keep that in mind as well for when we do catch up. But yeah, we got a couple of lap cars within the group ahead of us.
Car stopped ahead.
That corner there, it's so hard to get right. .733. So as you can see, the LMP3 is starting to go through them on the map there, which is also meaning some of these guys are throwing off their lines to just let him through, which is helping us catch up. And so something happened here, there's a bit of smoke, some of the cars there, so it looked like the LMP3 driver has done something, and then he loses control. So we come through, and he's just regaining control again. So I don't know if he's missed his braking point, but it looks like he's throwing everyone off around him. And it's going to happen again. But here, we're finally caught up to the group. We're probably going to get him with this LMP3 coming through. I was like, alright, sweet. I have to catch up while he's going through. Then I can get some draft. If I get some draft, then it's game on. And I have no idea what happens here. I think he must be pitting or giving up or something, but it gave us a chance to catch up. I was like, oh, we'll get him down the right side. Just didn't have the speed here, so I'm like, I'll jump in behind him. And I think I jump out too soon. I could have got a bit more draft here, but I was like, I've committed now, and so my mindset is brake. As soon as he brakes, I'll brake after. And that's what we do. We just nail this corner, like we running out of room, but we just get it done, and manage to maintain just enough speed to get to this corner first, which keeps him behind us. Now, I thought I would run away from this guy. I knew that he would stay with us for a little, but I thought, no, it's an easy runaway. I just could not brake draft. He was sitting at 0.6, 0.7, 0.5, I think, for a lot of it. There was a couple of corners that he was nailing better than me. So, like, here, I've already got a second. Drops. I miss this. Screw up this corner. He comes right back. So, we're not really getting away from him at all. If anything, he's slowly coming back to us. Which doesn't force me, but makes me mess up this corner a couple of times. Because he's behind us for a few laps, so we're really trying to push to get away from him. But if anything, it's a blessing in disguise for him, because we are slowly getting closer to 11th. So as long as he sticks behind us, he's also going to catch up.
28.108.
And every time I'm coming to this corner, I'm like, just nail this corner. And 2 laps in a row, I screw it up. But he followed me pretty much same line through, so it meant we didn't have to worry too much about him coming in on the left of us. But I was focusing so much to just keep this car straight and nail my braking, because he is right on me. If I make one mistake braking, he's there. So I'm really trying to stop this from that happening.
There's an incident behind.
But yeah, so we've made a bit of room, caught up to 11th a little bit. 16th he just overtook, so now it's more like a lap car I'm trying to catch up to, get a quick overtake. Yeah, see here, really wide and screwed it up, and he's right behind. It's 0.5, so he just won't go away at this point. And I'm like, oh man, like what do I have to do? Like I'm slowly improving my laps. I mean, I know it doesn't look like it at the moment, but we're slowly getting a bit quicker, a little bit quicker.
28.124.
Or more consistent, I should say, but yeah, so we've got 16th run ahead of us, and I believe we should be sitting in about 13th or 14th right now. Maybe it's 13th. Instead of what it says up there on the screen, because I finished lower than what it will say. So I'm doing a personal best at this point, and he's still there, and I'm just like, what do I have to do to break this guy's toe? So I gotta admit, it's my second race though, so I'm still learning the lines. I'm just thinking, what can I do? What can I do? Where can I improve? That's all that's going through my head at the moment, is like, just stay consistent, but where can I make up some time? Where can I improve? Because the longer this guy's behind me, the more I know I'm gonna have a mistake come out of me. So I'm like, how do I get past a gap where he can't, like, get past that 1 second mark? How can I get there?
27.17.
Then we're feeling pretty confident. Like, we're starting to. We've had these cars come through. We're thinking, well, yeah, we could do really good. Come to the braking zone. We're right on the edge of the track. Bang! I had nowhere. So me and the LMP3 collide, but neither of us crashed. But it did bring Robert straight back to us. So all that work just went out the window, because now he's here again. So we probably were about to get out to a second, lose the draft, and slowly pull away, but all it took was the LMP3. And I thought the LMP3 actually was going to go deeper and slower, so go really slow through it, but get around me, instead of kind of braking right next to, like moving all the way across and taking all the track. Thought he would go on the inside and deep, because the other one still had to wait for me because he wasn't close enough. But you know, we managed to keep the control of the car, which was the main thing. So and now I'm like, look, if I can get around this guy in a spot that allows me to gain some time from Robert, I'm like, that's my goal. So I'm like, okay, I need to get behind him, coming to just before a corner where I can overtake. Get behind him, overtake, have another corner, and hopefully get like a second gap, maybe a second and a bit. But he's still too far away for any draft, so it's just trying to push to get into that. Like, he's staying there, but he's out to a 0.9 at the moment, so I'm like, alright, just got to nail the rest of this lap. And I think he tapped the wall there, that's why he went down to up to 1 second. So he's up to 1 second, I'm up to 1 second behind the guy in front of me, so I'm just like pretty much right in the middle of them. I'm trying to get up to this guy just to break the toe, like possibility. But I'm also worried, coming into this corner here, the slower car, he's going to catch up. Which is exactly what happened. Although he is better at that corner than me, so.
Car on, 27.669. Clear. You got a slow car on the right. Car stopped on the right. Go left.
So this is another lap car that's screwed up. So I think this guy here just gained a spot in front of us because he's also a lap down. And he just kind of gives us a spot, and I was like, oh,
Clear on the right.
could have done that a bit sooner, but whatever. And then he lets through the guy behind us, so I kind of lost what I was hoping would happen and get a bit more space on him, but yeah, we managed to pull away from that point. And now, this is a lap and a half later, and about now we're thinking, oh, it's a real possibility that we might catch Manuel. So I'm like, alright, just lock in and fully focus here. So we're sitting at about 3 seconds, and I'm like, alright, this is a real possibility that we might actually get this
You got
guy.
a slow car on the left. Slow car ahead.
So we're just like trying to nail every corner, trying to really lock in and catch him. I'm like, yes, a marker. It doesn't really slow him down, but I'm like, maybe I can get somewhere, get a bit of draft, and get a, you know, like 0.2, 0.3 closer. Just that, without having to push myself on the track, actually just get kind of a boost in a sense. But what happens is he ends up just screwing up my corner just up ahead. We get through alright, but it's kind of like I wasn't expecting it.
Clear on the left.
Yeah, we jump on the radio and say thanks for that and push on. So we haven't really gained much time on this guy at all, so I'm like, oh, really gotta get some time on him. So basically we're at 3 seconds like we were a lap ago, so I'm starting to be like, we don't really have much time left. He has to make a mistake, if anything, for us to catch up now. And then out of nowhere, we got like 0.6 of a second straight away, or 0.7 even. He gains a bit time back, and at this point I'm like almost pushing too hard to that I'm going to spin. Now I'm like, there's got to be at least 2 laps after this left, so I'm like, somehow I gotta catch this guy. So I've gone down to 1.6, and I'm like, alright, I believe I can actually, like, right now I'm fully like, I've got this, I can do this. But it's a matter of if we just have enough time left. So we're at 1.9. So we've gained a second this lap.
27.2.
And I'm just like, I'm starting to really bring the lap times down here. So I'm like, alright, I've just got to stay ahead of this guy. And I think, I'm like, this guy's starting to get his laps quicker than what they were. I've really got to outperform him outperforming. And I was like, man, I've just got to, just no mistakes allowed, nail every corner, which I haven't done yet. So I'm like, oh my god. I can feel the tyres at this point, probably last lap and this lap. I'm not able to push as much. I'm still able to get quicker. I just can't if I screw up, I can't just jump on the accelerator as soon as as I was at the start of the race. The tyres are slowly starting to not want to do as much. So I'm like
White flag. Stay
worried
through.
that I'm going to push too hard and spin out, but I'm also like, well, I am getting quicker. It's about nailing my braking zones at this point. So we only gained roughly half a second here. So we're 1.5 seconds behind. We've set our fastest lap and it's a white flag. I'm like, man, how am I going to gain a second and a half? And this is where I think I've just locked in and I'm like, alright, let's just catch this guy. I'm hitting every corner better than I have all race. I'm hitting every braking marker better than I have all race. On the final lap,
You got the Lloyd.
and as you can see, we've already gone about a 0.5, 0.6 on him, and I'm just like, we're running out of time. We are running out of time, but
Good job there, Wesley.
it's like we're nailing this.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah.
I've almost driven a second quicker.
Red GT4, the Mercedes. Yeah, I'm sorry if I ruined your race, brother. I thought you saw me coming on the inside. I apologise.
And then I'm like, how do I even attempt to get an overtake on this corner? But I screw up my braking here. That's the one spot I screw up the braking. I mean, I kind of get out, alright, but if I got the braking a little better, I might have had him. Or might have been able to challenge. And then, bang, that's it. We had a really great race right at the end, and one more lap and we would have had him.
It's over.
But yeah,
Bring it back to the
if you enjoyed that, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I'll catch you next time, and I hope you enjoy.